Hey, what's up guys? It's Yates coming at you from New Orleans with another edition of Squirrel Tales, and today I'm going to tell you the origin story of chasing squirrels. So I get this question a lot. How did Chasing Squirrels come to be? How did we meet? How did we come up with this idea? And where do we get the name Chasing Squirrels from? So I'm gonna tell you all about it today, and I might as well start from the very beginning. So Terrence and I actually go way back. We've been friends since about middle school. We met in the 6th grade, then we went to high school together, and then in college, we didn't go to the same college, but we remained friends, and it wasn't until the end of college when we really connected and became best friends. Now at that same time, that's when Terrence introduced me to Tristan. They had become really good friends in college because they had done some photography and some film work together. Now through the two of them, that's how I met the other two members of our crew, Chelsea and Twist. Now it was 2010 when we were all starting to graduate. I graduated from Georgia Southern University, Terrence graduated from West Georgia, and this is about the time that Tristan was finishing up his career at West Georgia. Now I graduated with a degree in multimedia communications. Terrence graduated with one in mass communications, digital media, and when Tristan finally graduated, he got his degree in photography. So we were all kind of going through the same rut as most college graduates do, trying to figure out what we were going to do next with this degree that we had just paid all this money for. So of course we decided to go on a road trip. Where? New Orleans. For what? Mardi Gras.
So we're on 85 South.
85 South.
Headed to
Alabama.
We're in Alabama. Headed to Mardi Gras in New Orleans. We're about, I'd say, what, six hours away? Six.
So we spent a couple days in New Orleans having a blast, having a great time.
I got hit in the mouth with these. I didn't even know how to put them on.
And while we were here, we were shooting pictures and shooting video and really in our element of just having a good time and just shooting some content, but we didn't know what to do with it. But it wasn't until we were on the way back from this amazing trip that something in us sparked. Something went off and we had to do something. We couldn't just sit around waiting on the universe, life to give us a job or give us anything. We figured it was time to go out and do something. So the three of us jumped in my then black 96 Honda Accord, packed all of our stuff in, and got ready to make this 6.5 hour drive from New Orleans back to Atlanta. It was that ride in between New Orleans and Atlanta that we figured out exactly what it was that we wanted to do. And that thing was chasing squirrels. And it only took us 6 hours to get out our laptops in the car, type it out, put pen to paper. We plotted the whole thing out. We came up with a business plan, a plan of action, what we were gonna do, a mission statement, what we were gonna call ourselves in that 6 hour window. And by the time we got back, we knew exactly what it was that we had to do. Also within that 6 hour window, we came up with what we were gonna call ourselves. And that's one of the biggest things that you can ever do for yourself or your business or any venture that you go on, is figure out what to call yourself, what to name yourself, and it needs to be something that sticks with people, that means something not only to you, but to what you're doing. So in this 6 hour window, we were throwing all kinds of stuff out there, all kinds of names, and I don't remember any of them, not one. The only one that I remember is what we call ourselves today, and that's Chasing Squirrels. So this is what Chasing Squirrels means. Chasing Squirrels came from the three of us chasing our dreams. And this is how I always tend to explain it when people ask me about the name. I say, envision yourself in the backyard chasing a squirrel around. Your family, your friends, your neighbors are all gonna look at you like you are completely insane. But you have this drive, this vision that you are gonna chase down this squirrel that is faster than you, quicker than you, can climb trees, can dip and dodge. This thing has every advantage on you in the world. You are not supposed to be able to physically run down a squirrel and catch it. But in my mind, that squirrel is just like a dream. You have your dream of what you want to do in your life, whether it's be a filmmaker, a doctor, a photographer, a lawyer, whatever it is, you name it, that's your squirrel. And for us, this venture of going out there and chasing this dream of being a media empire, being in media, being filmmakers, being photographers, those were our squirrels. But as you run around the yard chasing this squirrel, that squirrel that dream is going to get tired, and it's going to get slower, and it's going to get less quick, and it's going to be easier to predict where it's going. And eventually you're going to catch it. And that's when everyone around you, their tone is going to change, and they're going to say, wow, you caught a squirrel? Dang, that's impressive. That's crazy. People say the same thing when you achieve your dream. When you graduate and become a doctor, you graduate and become a lawyer, you put out your first film and it makes it into some big film festival, or some of your inventions get picked up by some big company. People, their tones change and they say, wow, you did that? How'd you do that? That's crazy. You chased that squirrel until it got tired. You chased it until you found it and you acquired it. That's what you wanted. So that's the origin of the name Chasing Squirrels. And that's what it means to us. And that's what we wanted it to mean to other people. We created this not only to be a media company that goes out and shoots photography and films music videos and goes to concerts and all that kind of fun stuff, but we also wanted to be this inspirational tool that people could look to say, hey, these 3 guys are out there doing it. They're chasing their dream. They're going after this thing against big media companies and not letting anybody tell them that they can't do it. Why can't I do the same? So that's what we want people to take away from Chasing Squirrels. Not only our videos and our content, but also the inspiration and the motivation to know that you can go out there and you can achieve these things too. So there it is. That's the origin story of who we are, what we are, and what we do. I hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to see you on the next episode of Squirrel Tales. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that little bell at the top so you know when we upload some new content. And while you're here, go check out some of our old content. We've got some really cool things up, some artists that you might know, some you might not know, some you may want to know. Just go check it out. We'll see you next time.